Hey there, just finished on my first week of classes here fall 2015, and a lot of thoughts. First, I wanted to start with a small note, this philosophy class. I'm a type of person, I love math because there's just an answer. You just find an answer. It's great. I like science because things make sense. I like programming because things make sense. I generally don't like English classes and philosophy classes, sometimes like not necessarily sociology, but like history classes, because things that have essays where when you grade the essay, it's like, oh, I just didn't feel like this was clear enough. It seems like there's gray matter. Anyways, I'm taking an ethics class right now. Hate the class. Teacher's great, students are great, just the subject is horrible. So, for instance, it's really scatterbrained. It's just this. It seems like random talking. It just seems like we're just floating off talking about different subjects, and people are going around and sharing stories, and that's fine. He was going over some terms in ethics, which like any class, I was getting those down. Well, he came across a list of terms called informal fallacies, which are like when you're making an argument, these are tactics that'll make your argument non-sound. Non-sound means not valid, not logical. Some of them are ad hominem, ambiguity, slippery slope, straw man, genetic, middle ground, false cause. These seem like really random, like football catchphrases. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, as far as the informal fallacies, if we understand the concepts but we don't remember the names, is that okay? He says yes. He went and he talked to me for a second, or a couple seconds. He was like, it doesn't matter when it comes to informal fallacies if you remember the names. Only if you remember that these don't do these things. That's all you have to remember. So I said, okay. Take my first quiz. It was completely 100% on informal fallacies about ad hominem, ambiguity, slippery slope, straw man, genetic, middle ground, and false cause. All of those. Those were the only possible answers to choose for every single question. That's fine. And then we're going to, today, since it's a flicks class, we're in there for 3.5 hours, getting close to 4. All we talk about is whether or not we should eat humans, eat and rape and murder humans, because I guess it happens to animals, or anyways. So generally in class, in like a math class, it makes sense. So you give them an answer, and it's either yes or no. We spent 3 hours talking about this, and everything was, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, what about, why don't I have the right to kill humans? Well, why doesn't, just because it's wrong to you, it's not wrong to me. And it just went nowhere. It was just an endless, aimless talk that even at the end of the talk, we had no solution. So yeah, I hate ethics and philosophy. It's just aimless, and I'm just so confused about, I get that there's you know, vocab that we need to learn, but I just can't understand how someone's really going to grade off this. I know this isn't true, but it really philosophy just feels like opinions. It just feels like learning about opinions. Anyways, I'm done talking about that. I spent too long talking about the other things. So, the rest of my classes are great. My business class, not my business class, I don't have business. Government class is taught by a politician, which is city manager of Converse, which I found really interesting. He tells me about ordinances he's trying to pass. What else? Oh yeah, I'm still going to the gym, been going strong. I think I'm on like 8 or 9 weeks. I don't know, somewhere around there. Um, I've made some somewhat friends, Michael and Sean. I've been making websites with, and they're really into this game called League of Legends, and brother-in-law Michael Green's into it, so I thought, you know what, I'll try it with these guys. Played with these guys. I find the game to be really kind of bland, but it's not bad, and it's fun to kind of play with people. So I've been playing a little bit of that. Um, What else? There's like a million things I want to talk about. As soon as I turn on my camera, it's like, oh yeah, Kylie's still doing Italian, so now we're both doing Italian. We're making progress. We can say a few things to each other and understand. We're obviously not very far. Man, I think that might be about it. It's kind of sad. More than half this thing, I was just talking about how much I don't like ethics. But, so, yeah, that's pretty much it for the first week. It's been really great. It's been really exciting. I'll be trying to make one of these videos once a week. I've been trying, but anyways, see ya.